Hey Sagittarius, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2022, baby. Okay, so no lie, I got very specific messages for you guys like a week ago. And I just had to like write stuff down for when I got to your reading. And right before I started filming, something dropped in that just for me wearing this shirt, actually. This shirt is back from the Lovers Rock Sade. This is Sade, for those of you who don't know. Please let me be the one to educate you. Back in the Lovers Rock tour in 2011. I got to see her live, and there is something about, if I ever had an idol, for me, I've never really been into like celebrity culture, but if there was ever like someone that I idolized or I held on like a pedestal, or someone that did it for, it was Sade. She looks so much like my mom, and there's so much of me. If you get the if you get the pleasure of knowing me, there's so much about me that is like birthed from Sade. But I do feel, I say that to say this: Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I feel like it's really, really important for you to have, or for you to prioritize your moral compass, or have like a goal or a role model or someone that like you need to at least just have a goal. It doesn't have to be a person. And I didn't wear this shirt specifically for this reading. I've been listening to Sade for days just because she like restoreth my soul. And then I saw my shirt and I was like, well, why not? I just like follow suit. And so I just like wore it, and then I had to like come in, so like this was not planned. But I do feel like that could be a thing for you guys. Now, the message that I got for you guys is, well, there's two downloads that came through. One is ICARUS. If you don't know the story of ICARUS, please pause this video and go look it up. Give yourself a refresher. ICARUS and his father were enslaved, and long story short, they built ICARUS some wings, but his father, who built the wings, gave him advice, being careful of flying too high to the sun, because the wings were made of wax and feathers. And if he flew too high to the sun, the wax would start to melt. But if he didn't fly high enough, he wouldn't be able to catch the current of the wind. And so read that story, go do it properly. It does deserve some justice. And I actually have the ICARUS deck. I may pull some for you guys. I'll pull a card for you guys from the ICARUS deck. But the other message that came through was, and that's probably what I'm going to name the reading, is Spirited Away. Your ruling planet, Jupiter, is in the sign of Pisces now. So Jupiter and Neptune are in Pisces. And though I'm not giving detailed astrological notes, I'm only giving the highlights of the astrological season. You've got to be careful, Sagittarius. Careful because of the ICARUS side of things, finding a way to fly high enough but not too low. But Jupiter is benevolence. Jupiter is expansion. It's abundance. And so there is something about indulgence. Too much of a good thing. For those of you who are Miyazaki nerds like me, it's giving Spirited Away. And if you haven't seen Spirited Away, please go watch this film at some point. It's just fucking beautiful, but it's also very poignant. And I do feel like it's a good film for everyone to see, but there's this part of the film is, it's, for those of you who've seen Spirited Away, what it makes me feel, or the imagery that I got in the download, were the parents at the buffet. And Jupiter is bringing abundance. Jupiter is bringing so much. There's going to be so many fucking options. Ooh, I'm using the regular tarot, but Queen of Wands. I'm saying you may be at the feeling really, really high, flying really, really high. But and Jupiter is bringing a lot of options, a lot of like things that you want. But can you handle the abundance? Will the abundance devour you? Consumption, indulgence, the difference between self-love and self-indulgence, the impulse control. Do you know when to say no when you're at the buffet? Do you know your limits? Do you know your limitations? What's going on with the impulse control? What's going on with your capacity, your tolerance? Jupiter is going to heighten your tolerance, and it's going to bring in a lot of options. It's going to bring in a lot of things that you got to really think long term, babe. It's time to really make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Musically, when I was tuning into you guys, I got that song Radioactive by Marina. When you're around me, I'm radioactive. My blood is burning. Radioactive. Hydrate. Light it if you got it. Sagittarius, I'm not here to fearmonger you. I'm here to just let you know that just because you can doesn't mean you should. That's the whole motive of Pisces season for you guys. And we enter into Pisces season with a Capricorn stellium. Venus, Mars, and Pluto are still in Capricorn, and it's slowly becoming an Aquarian stellium. And so with it being the season of I believe, Pisces, there are these beliefs about your reputation, what you want long term, your legacy, what you define as your legacy, what people know about you, your public life. There are shifts in your belief about all of those things. And ultimately, your capacity for what you can bring in and handle in the future. So we are in a place of progression astrologically. There's no retrogrades until April 29th, which is Taurus season. So it's like all systems are fucking go for a while. And you need to be able to like endure the race. Working on stamina, working on endurance, making sure you're not burning yourself out, making sure you're not taking yourself out of the game by way of any indulgent behavior or overdoing it or being a yes man, being a yes woman, whatever. So this is a deep season of really following your intuition and thinking long term. But I'm only going to give you the astrological highlights. So February 18th, Pisces gets the sun. And there's going to be highlights on your faith, your belief. Your ruling planet Jupiter is going to come in contact with the sun sooner or later. So the spotlight is going to be on you. The spotlight is going to be on you. And you need to make sure that you are capable of inner peace. That you are able to be at peace with yourself, that you are able to be at peace with your choices, that you are able to be at peace within your home, within your body, within your mind, within your living situations. I may go ahead and keep these actually, because I feel like stuff's happening where you're going to be put out of your comfort zone. I'm keeping the Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords, because I feel like that's the fucking motive. That's the move. Sagittarius, is for you to prioritize yourself, to really think long term, be the visionary, wield your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy very wisely, be the entrepreneur, really like focus on the future. With Jupiter being here in Pisces, where it traditionally rules, this is an opportunity for you to really, 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 really level up and really like bridge the gap between the version of you that you are and the version of you in your head. And regardless of this is man or woman, regardless, it's like you're able to have a healthy emotional balance of your a healthy emotional balance and a healthy perspective of yourself, a healthy perspective of your capabilities and your future. And I feel like you have the opportunity to bring in peace, but you've got to use this time, use this season to really learn the harsh lessons from all the pain that you've experienced, all the pain that it took to get here, to experience this autonomy, this independence. You've got to make sure that you learn the lessons so you don't repeat mistakes, so that you can experience peace. On March 2nd, we have the new moon in Pisces, and so that's the moon, the sun, Jupiter, and Neptune all in Pisces. And I'm telling you, there are new seeds to plant. There is a new mental foundation that wants to come in. And with the Three of Swords denotes to me that the Four of Swords denotes that there may have been the Three of Swords present. So for some of you, you may be recovering from having to put your foot down, recovering from someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I do feel like you're recovering from something that has really like brought you into your own. Some of you are, spending a lot of time alone, spending a lot of time thinking about the future, spending a lot of time thinking about what you want, about your beliefs, about how to heal your heart, how to soothe, how to heal versus just soothe. And this new moon in Pisces on March 2nd, that's the season, that's the time of the season, the time of the month that you are to manifest. This is when you plant seeds, and planting seeds in the realm of, let's be honest about my self-sabotaging habits. Let's be honest about the addictive tendencies. Let's be honest about partying too much or not partying enough, or isolating, or do I need to move, or does this person need to move, or do I need to what do I need to do to put my business first or my family first? Or for some of you, there's someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, and if it's not you, I feel like for some of you, there's someone else that's very fiery, or someone else that is an entrepreneur that is coming in and is inspiring you in some sort of way. Or this fiery person may really be on your mind, or may really inspire you, or I feel like you are very much so becoming a heavy, like heavier, or like a higher priority to yourself. And that is beneficial for you, because I do feel like you're needing a lot of stillness. And if you don't give yourself this stillness so that you can acquire the mental peace, the divine's going to do it for you and sit your ass down. So let go or be dragged, because there are some lessons that are coming in to be learned so that you can be upgraded in the realm of your thoughts, perspectives, and your words. More sleep. And I feel like that's also a thing. It's like you may be more like tired, and I feel like some of you are able to really like pull yourself out of it, or someone's able to pull you out of it, but I feel like you're needing to rest. Honor how tired you are. Honor how excited you are, you know what I mean? Or if you want to go party, and just give yourself, honor that. Honor your rhythms. On March 9th, actually on March 6th, the Venus and Mars go into Aquarius, and I do feel like there are definitely there's union on the mind, relationships, connections. There's going to be big changes in the company you keep, and the people that you call friends. And this ICARUS deck is quite reticent. It's interesting. Probably just wants me to stop talking. There are going to be changes in your friends, and I do feel like there are going to be big changes in your motivations, how you love, what kind of love you want to experience and whatnot as well. On March 9th, Mercury is going into Pisces, and it is going to make everybody more cerebral and talkative about their feelings, about their beliefs, about, and I do feel like there is like heightened intuition that you're going to experience, being able to articulate your beliefs and articulate your feelings more than you usually, like easily, you know, than normal. Not because I am fucking stuttering like crazy. You're going to be able to articulate easier than I am. And so the seeds that you plant on March 2nd for that new moon are going to start to really germinate and come to life on the new moon, on the full moon in Virgo. Because in this season, we're really dealing with the axis of the ether versus the 3D. The ineffable versus the day-to-day mundane reality of our of you know, this simulation matrix that we're in and whatnot. And Pisces is the culmination of all the signs, which makes them the most complicated sign and the most complicated season. And so Jupiter being there, it's comfortable, it's familiar, it knows how to navigate, but I do feel like it can be like a kid in a candy store. With Neptune there. And so there's a lot of illusions, there's a lot of updates to the mental health and to your foundations. Because if you create a new foundation in your mind, that means you change your life. Because your behavior is going to change, your words are going to change. And so it's very that. And Pisces is a season of sacrifice and mysticism, prophecy, illusions, escapism, and but deep compassion, that agape love, that unconditional love that we all talk a lot of shit about, you know, we all talk about, and we talk a big game and everybody wants that, but Pisces gives it so willingly and so freely, which is why they often get burned, you know. But in Pisces season, we're being advised, God, my eyelashes are just so ridiculous. These are my eyelashes, but they just like, anyway. In Pisces season, this Pisces season, we're really being advised to get like Pisces and do that Piscean thing that they do where they see a little bit of themselves in everybody and everything. And I feel like that is the fucking motto. So I want to pull one card, one message from this ICARUS deck. Thank you. Finally came out. I didn't see it. I haven't looked at it, but I want you to hydrate, light it if you got it. Because we are welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcoming in messages from our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2022. You got your card, Temperance. Whoa. And so, yes, you are very much so the highlight. You are very much so, you're needing to focus on yourself, but you're needing to focus on you. This card is, the basis of this card, I mean, the history is in Prohibition. So there's definitely something about recovery. Some of you are recovering. There may have been an upsetting, there may have been an upsetting situation that it's important that you take the time to recover from. Some of you, there's still things to say. Some of you are finding, you know, like I hear like licking your wounds. Some of you, this is about moderation. Your ability to evoke some voluntary self-restraint, bitch. I mean, that's really what this is. I mean, I love you, but this is time for some patience. This is time for really assessing. Temperance comes out when you are recovering from something, or something upsetting has happened, or there's something that you're really being asked to like wait for. And how do you wait? What does your faith in action look like? So, Queen of Wands says that some of you you're coming into Pisces season and you may really be feeling attractive, feeling like the life of the party, really getting what you want, feeling very confident, feeling brave and courageous. And that's all well and great. And you need to like trust in that and sink your teeth into that. But you need to give yourself balance. Because all of that opportunity can be exhausting if you just want to say yes to everything. And if there's so many things you want to say yes to, then what's coming up is you take some time to really start assessing your values and your value, your worth. Are you valuing your time more? Do you need to raise your rates? Do you need to raise your prices? Do you need to raise your standards in some sort of way? Seven of Pentacles at the center of the reading. What are you investing in? How are you spending your time, your energy, your physical energy? It's another card of waiting also. I feel like some of you are waiting for something. Some of you are really patiently investing in something. And we'll dive deeper into it in the plunge. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For daily content, check out my Instagram, justj_everything. And for other dope shit that I do, customized bath soaks and body scrubs and whatnot, my website, justjeverything.com. Everything is in the description box below. So, center of the reading. Yet again, this whole season, every reading I feel like has had something to do with grounding. It's really, really important. What grounds you? Do you have a grounding ritual or practice? I feel like it's time to, if you do, the answer is yes, like time to step it up. It's time to be more, especially in Pisces season, there's so much going on with illusions and mental health that you've got to stay rooted and grounded in reality. And some of you may be bouncing between, with Temperance coming out, this is fun partying. This is needing to recover from all of that stuff too. So it's up to you to determine is what's out of control and what isn't. That's the last I'll say of it. Because for some of you, you're like, I don't party, I don't even drink, I don't even do it. Oh, okay, cool. But for those of you them who do, who are on the fucking edge, let me holler at them. Calm y'all's asses down here, you little, sassy, Sagittarius, like fucking perfects. Yes, calm down. The rest of you who got your shit together, cool. Some of us are out here fucking wilding on the edge of the fucking existence. So, those of you who are calm, collected, and you don't have any issues with addiction or there aren't any imbalances, then what's coming up that it's important that you pamper yourself more, that you pour into yourself more by way of education and pour into yourself by way of knowledge. And I don't feel, I feel like you need more rest. I feel like it's important to have a healthy balance of like work and rest, that healthier work-life balance, investing more in your physical body, moving your physical body more. But I do feel like some of you have been like working really, really hard or trying to grow something, trying to build something. And in Pisces season, you do experience and you get to see the fruit of your labor. Some of you, I can hear you being like thanked, or like you're receiving recognition or praise in some sort of way. So I do feel like, be patient, please. Surrender to divine timing. Understand that the divine's timing is always going to be way better than yours. you know. I also just heard revenge. Some of you are thinking about getting back at someone, or maybe you're worried about somebody getting back at you, and you're just gonna have to surrender to like, it's important to understand that like karma can handle it way better than you can, and you reap what you sow regardless. So if you lie to people, you'll be lied to. If you steal, you'll be stolen from. It's science at this point. And I do feel like either way, some of you have been putting in a lot of work. You've been really like patiently waiting for something. And I do feel like if it's this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I just heard pay to play. Some of you are going to have to really, I feel like, invest in, some of you are having to like invest in yourself, invest in this opportunity that's coming in, invest in this connection. Some of you, it's like you're so focused on it. Okay. It's like you're so focused on it and looking at, it's like you're micromanaging something. Make sure you're not micromanaging a relationship or micromanaging your children, or you may be observing that behavior in someone else. And it's keeping you, that micromanagement is keeping you from seeing opportunities, because if you stay just staring at this, it's like you plant the seed, you water it, you don't just sit there and watch it grow. This is where faith comes in. And some of you, I feel like, are putting a lot of time and energy into building something, and you can't just micromanage every little thing. Where does your faith come in? You do your part, and then you let the divine do the rest. You're maybe like really learning what's inside of what's within your control and what isn't. And that could be something that's coming up. It's very Wheel of Fortune energy, which is your card as well. And so I do feel like there's blessings coming that you can see, and there's blessings coming in the ether that the divine wants to give you, but you've got to get yourself in a position where you stop picking at shit and turn around, go back in the house, go get calm, go, relax, and then bam, you turn around and you're about going to walk into another blessing. This is the magic wand of manifestation being given to you. And so there is this, and that's what I'm talking about with that new moon in Pisces, full moon in Virgo. Plant your seeds, plant your seeds in the spirit. Whatever it is that you want to see bloom in the physical, you have to plant those seeds in the spirit first. And you plant those seeds in the spirit when you're silent, when you're not around people, when you're praying, when you're writing your intentions down, whenever you're just, talking to the God of your understanding. That's how you plant those seeds. If you want to do a little ritual, if you want to get real ceremonial with it, do your thing, whatever floats your boat, baby. But as long as you're doing it, as long as you plant the seeds, they grow. But trust and believe. This is the state, this is the place that the seeds are planted. Not in the actual physical earth. Not by, listening to the trends and trying to keep up with the Joneses and do this and do that. You figure out, you come back with the codes. When you go to this place, you come back with instruction. You come back with the codes whenever you let yourself be this meditative consistently. This is where you can really see the truth. This is where you can really commune with the divine. You can really see your trajectory, the way that, like, the difference between your plans and the divine plan. You know what I mean? There is this opportunity for you to gauge that. But it happens beyond the veil. And in this season, this is the season that fucking governs that, is beyond the veil. And so Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising, receptivity is going to be really important. Making sure that you aren't clinging to anything in the past, so that you can take this opportunity with both hands. This may be a new relationship. This may be a new sexual relationship. Someone with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements coming in. You offering love to someone else. A new opportunity. Something that stirs up passion in you. But I do feel like this is an influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy that you're going to need to be patient and to wait and to let things grow and to build the, like, trust the well-oiled machine. Trust you've done your work. Trust you've done your part. Final card, final message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2022. That is way too many cards. But I'll take the one on top, 9 of Cups. Yeah, there's this very self-made, satisfactory version of yourself that I feel like you have access to. Tower on the bottom of the deck. So definitely some shit going on with an Aries, or Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But I do feel like this is an end of a cycle. This is an end of a chapter. And with Jupiter in your sign, with all that is happening right now, it's like, even the Tower wants to fall. It's like, this chaos, someone came in, I feel like there's some sudden change. This definitely is like Mars in Capricorn right now. Mars is exalted. The masculine is being exalted. Your masculine energy may be like needing to really be balanced by your feminine energy. And I feel like that's why you're showing up like this, because you have the opportunity to really balance your masculine and feminine energy by getting in this state consistently. And when you get in this state consistently, you don't give a fuck about a tower. If it's not foundational, if it's not structurally sound, you won't be scared to watch it go, because you are so trusting in the divine that you're like, oh, the tower is okay, bye. You know what I mean? And so, and whenever you let it crumble, bam, the Ace of Swords. The divine comes in, tries to hand you your crown, because this old crown was built on bullshit and it's falling away. So a new crown gets handed to you. And you learn how to wield the sword of truth wisely. And because you're speaking your truth and acting from a place of like high morality and like really walking your talk, living and speaking your truth, you close out chapters. You really get to close out chapters and feel very in sync. And then because you're feeling in sync, the Wheel of Fortune can turn in your favor. And you can really feel comfortable surrendering, comfortable operating in that full force fire, being like led by your spirit will not feel weird, because you will have let go. And because you've let go, and you letting go of that old lack mentality or scarcity mentality, or the stuff with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or the stuff with the Cancer, or the mother, or the matriarch, or the baby mother, or the ex-wife, or the ex-husband, or whatever it is, you letting it go puts you in motion and lets you be victorious. But you got to be willing to let whatever fall away, and the old optics, the old facade, you've got to let the old crown fall away, so that the divine can bring you one that is actually, you know, like real. And I just saw 33 on the clock. So this is a big time of honoring your ability to co-create. And not letting yourself get fucking spirited away by the illusion and by the temptation and the sensation of it all. Quality over quantity. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.